Investigation into child abuse claims led to the mother's arrest and the boy and his brother staying with relatives. Danita Tutt is facing injury to a child charges, police say, for abusing her 13-year-old son, Colby. We don't typically identify alleged victims of child abuse, but we introduced you to Colby in April when a famous pro wrestler visited him while he was in hospice care. Fox 4's Phil Alvarado spoke with Tutt's attorney about these circumstances. Phil.
Steve, yes, professional wrestler Eric Rowan actually went to Colby Tutt's home, and then he got a family trip up to WrestleMania over in Arlington because he was terminally ill. Now, all of that has changed, and it leads back here to Fort Worth Police Headquarters. To friends and family, Danita Tutt is a mother who was dedicated to the comfort and care of her terminally ill son, 13-year-old Colby.
She went from doing everything she can to help her child to the marshals knocking on her door and saying, "You're under arrest."
Child Protective Services removed Colby and his younger brother from their parents' home. They're living with their maternal grandparents. Documents to remove Colby from his home say his medical condition is not terminal, and goes on to say there's reason to believe Colby's mother was fabricating and/or exaggerating his symptoms and intentionally withholding nutrition and fluids that he was willingly able to take and could tolerate.
Each one of these documents is a certification by a physician that the child was in fact terminal.
The continual upping of the medication.
Tutt's attorneys say doctors also signed a do not resuscitate order. They say authorities began building a case against the mother after the parents moved Colby out of hospice because she wanted a second opinion.
They investigated over several months. They did find that the mother was somehow harming her child, and that's why she was arrested.
Tutt is charged with injury to a child with serious bodily injury. The arrest warrant affidavit says Danita asked doctors if there was something they could give Colby to make him go to sleep and not wake up. Police say they also discovered a headstone and casket for Colby had been purchased. Tutt's attorneys say that advice came from the hospice.
They are the ones that recommended that they make arrangements. She relied solely on the doctors.
Anyway, these are your copies.
Tutt's attorneys say her father is a retired Fort Worth police detective, and even then CPS tried and failed to remove the children from his custody.
Her life will never be the same. Whether, even if she's exonerated of all charges, she's going to carry this black mark around.
Danita Tutt has bonded out of jail. Now, her attorneys did not want her to speak publicly because her case still has not gone before a grand jury. As for her children, they are still living with her parents. Steve?
Okay, Phil, a couple of things. First, how's Colby doing? Last time we saw him in hospice care, he didn't look very like he was doing very well. How's he doing? And why do police think the mother would do what they say she did?
Well, police say in the affidavit that Colby's actually has improved since he has been removed from his home. He was weighing about 50 pounds. He now weighs about 60 pounds. So he's still not, entirely well. Now, as for why all of this happened, well, doctors say that there is a condition in which some parents may try to gain attention by having a seriously ill child. Now, Tutt's attorneys say in this case, the very thought of that is totally ridiculous.
I'm sure a few viewers have seen these cases before. If that's the case here, they've heard about that syndrome. All right, Phil Alvarado, thank you very much.